an ICE officer, Jonathan Ross, is facing intense scrutiny after he shot and killed 37-year-old Renee Good during a federal immigration enforcement operation in Minneapolis. Authorities claim Good's vehicle moved towards officers, leading Ross to open fire, but eyewitnesses and local leaders contest that version, saying she was attempting to drive away when she was shot. Ross is a veteran ICE agent, and his family has publicly defended his actions, insisting he acted in self-defense and that no charges are expected. He has been described as a devoted father and husband and is married to a Filipino immigrant. The incident has triggered protests and renewed debate in the U.S. over the use of force by federal immigration authorities. Now, let's take a look at who exactly was the ICE shooter. So let me take you through his profile, viewers. Now, who is Jonathan Ross? Veteran ICE enforcement and removal operations officer based in the United States. That's Jonathan for you, and part of federal immigration enforcement operation in Minneapolis when the shooting occurred. Fired the shots that killed 37-year-old Renee Good, placing him at the center of a national controversy. His family has publicly defended him, saying he acted in self-defense during a threat that he received. Those are all of his details. His family, of course, as we're telling you, has publicly defended him. We're talking about Jonathan Ross. Can we have the next slide, please? All right, viewers, so that is his profile. Now, Ross has been described by relatives as a devoted father, and he's married to a Filipino immigrant. That's his profile. The 43-year-old career law enforcement professional served in the Iraq War. So he has served in that war as well, and he's also worked as a field intelligence agent, gathering and analyzing information on drug cartels and smuggling operations. His transition to ICE came in 2015 when Ross was assigned to a fugitive operations team based in Minnesota. Now, multiple roles within federal enforcement apparatus, including firearms instructor, active shooter, instructor, field intelligence officer. Also served as a member of the agency's SWAT team and a team leader with the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. Now under official investigation as authorities review use of force and the circumstances of the shooting. Those are all of his details that we've got you. His entire profile is what we've shared with you. I have Major General P.K. Sehgal, defense expert, joining me on the broadcast. Major General P.K. Sehgal, welcome. And how do you feel about this entire incident?
It's quite apparent that this gentleman Ross had lost his sense of balance, his equanimity, his sense of discretion and sense of judgment. He shot dead a lady who he claimed that her vehicle had explosives. Nothing of that sort has been found. This is not the first time that American agents have done a thing like this. They've done it repetitively. Even in Oregon yesterday, 2 people have been shot dead by the ICE agents. Unfortunately, no worthwhile investigation so far has taken place, and those who are his bosses, they said what he did is as per instructions and as per his training. This is absolutely ridiculous. You cannot kill a person without any rhyme and reason, just saying that it is as per your training. If you remember, even some years back, an old man was walking along the streets of one of the suburbs in America, was looking into a house, and he was brought down, and a similar agent stepped on or neck, put his knee on his neck, and the old man died. This is something that America has been doing time and again, and unfortunately, no worthwhile action has taken place. There's a huge amount of, I will say, opposition to what this gentleman has done in America. Several states have risen up against him, and very many people are demanding strict investigation and action. I'm not too sure whether Kash Patel, who is overall in charge of intelligence, would take any appropriate action against him, because somehow the other ICE agents have been backed in totality by Donald Trump, who is a maverick, who himself does not believe in any of these things. And unless and until they are checkmated, such incidents will keep happening in America. Once again, as I said earlier, he lost his sense of balance, lost his sense of equanimity, and lost his sense of discretion. You can't do a thing like this and then get away. He should have immediately been suspended pending an investigation. Even the suspension has not been done. He continues to roam free, and it is something that the entire world is watching as to what exactly is going to be done to him. Back to you.
Please stay on with me, Major General Sehgal. I'll come back to you. Now, meanwhile, India has now issued a statement expressing concern about the development. MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal stated that due to the large presence of Indians in the US, the incident is of particular concern. India is closely tracking the developments linked to the incident. And I want to go back to Major General Sehgal. Major General Sehgal, I was in fact coming to the same point, because the situation of immigrants in the US and especially Indians is something that is very, very concerning, and especially now with what Trump's doing. What do you have to say for that?
I totally agree with you that the situation is absolutely grim and something that is not acceptable. If you recall, Trump had deported several Indians, which included ladies and children. They were not only handcuffed, they were also chained to their seat and not even allowed to go to the toilet, etc. Such treatment is not meted out to those against whom there is no criminal intent whatsoever. But they used absolutely unacceptable means for deporting people. And this is not only that they are doing it to the Indians, they are doing it to the others as well. But India is a friendly country and has never ever done anything that is harmful to the American people. Well, there may be lots of people who immigrated unlawfully, and most of them are in terms of taxi drivers and truck drivers, etc. But that does not warrant this sort of a treatment. And the government of India has very strongly objected to it. They said either you should have sent, either they purchase tickets and go back on their own, or the government of India sends an aircraft, etc., and removes them. Alternatively, if they have to be carried out they have to be deported by an American aircraft, that also a service aircraft. This is the treatment that is part of their norm. And unfortunately, this country believes that they are the king and they are the law, particularly after Donald Trump has taken over. Because never before such things ever happened in America. But what is now happening in America under Trump is something completely unprecedented and totally unacceptable. But unfortunately for the entire world, Trump doesn't bother, doesn't care. There are no checks and balances on him. Everything is being done through executive orders. Even the courts are either ignoring what he's doing or are taking too long a time to really come harsh on him. I am very certain during the midterm elections that are going to take place in October, November this year, Trump would become a lame duck president thereafter, because Republicans are now becoming wary of being associated with him. They know he's become a liability for them. And he himself, while addressing Republicans about 2 days back, said, if you don't win and you lose control of both the houses, I am very certain the Democrats will impeach me. Well, he deserves to be impeached. Just see what is done to Venezuela. You kidnap a president of a country along with his wife and then handcuff him blindfold him. This is something I don't think any country has done ever a thing like this ever before, and he's getting away with it. There's been lots and lots of people or lots and lots of countries who have condemned what he's done, but then there 50% of the world has been either supportive or have not condemned his action at all. Even as far as India is concerned, India has maintained sort of a silence. They've only said that anything that has happened between America and Venezuela should be done through peace and dialogue. But we have made sure that we don't condemn this action exactly the way we did not